People are moving to Colorado in record numbers. Colorado Springs and Denver are hot real estate markets. People come here because of this, the sunshine and the view of the Rocky Mountains. But when storms come across those mountains, they dump hail, and something else comes with them, storm chasers. Colorado is second only to Texas when it comes to insurance claims for hail damage, and the recent hailstorm in Colorado Springs was another in a growing list of increasingly costly storms.
And this hail bomb of a storm is what all the headlines called it, that we had in Colorado Springs a few weeks ago. It really has devastated this community.
The desperation to have damaged roofs and siding repaired as soon as possible is something that storm chasers take advantage of. Despite stricter state laws passed by the legislature, the influx of companies who go door to door trying to get victims to allow them on their roofs and to get their signature on a contract is frustrating to everyone involved, especially legitimate local roofing contractors.
If I had to take a guess, there's probably around 500 licensed roofing contractors in El Paso County right now. And there is significantly more roofing contractors in El Paso County right now than are licensed. Just because they're here and knocking on your door doesn't mean they're licensed to do that work. So you need to make sure you do your research, make sure you check into what you're doing, and that's going to be the best way you can find out which company and the kind of people you're hiring to work on your home.
We do have consumer protections that were put in place in 2012, Senate Bill 38, where it does make sure that that contract, if it's compliant with that law, it requires a scope of work, it requires information from that roofer, cost estimates, timelines, and then also it gives a 72-hour window to rescind that contract, especially if there's not insurance in place. And it also prohibits a waiver of deductible. So while we have seen this influx of roofing scams because of our record-breaking hail, there are consumer protections in place with our storm chaser law. People just need to be aware of it.
Reporting suspicious solicitations and high-pressure salesmen to local authorities, taking pictures of trucks and license plates, and asking for solid proof of insurance, licensing, and references, all of that may seem like too much when you want that roof fixed before the next storm rolls in. But it can save you money and more frustration in the long run.
People are going to have to wait. There's no doubt about it. Shingle backlog already from multiple suppliers is anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. And that number is just going to grow. So as that number grows, the delay is going to take longer to get shingles here and material to get things done. To take your time, pick a good contractor, and move forward. There's a lot of people that use scare tactics to get you to sign early, telling you, hey, you've got hail damage, your roof's going to leak, you've got all kinds of problems, and that's just not warranted. I'm not saying that there's not certain circumstances where things can happen, but it's a minor repair usually that can stop that, and it'll give people plenty of time to make that decision.
Going after the storm chasers who allegedly commit fraud is a long, difficult process, and many times they've moved on and left victims with more problems than they had in the first place after taking their insurance claim money and not doing the job. Oftentimes, subcontractors are also left unpaid, and they will file a lien against the homeowner.
Too many times the homeowner is in such a rush to get the roof on that he doesn't review the contract, he doesn't get a hold of the license. The person that they thought was a legit contractor isn't, and might not even be part of the state. So you might end up paying him money for half the fees in the beginning of it, and he's gone. He's taken your money and left.
The best advice is for storm victims to be patient, do their homework, and never let an unwelcome contractor on the roof to begin with. Thousands of vehicles were also damaged during the storm, some of them totaled by the hail, and while insurers are paying legitimate claims quickly, owners may also have to wait to get their vehicle repaired because of the backlog. For more tips on insurance fraud, you can check out these links. And to report suspected fraud, call 1-800-TEL-NICB. For the National Insurance Crime Bureau, I'm Roger Morris.